Alright, so this is the end of the Season 9 already. It felt like yesterday when I made the Season 9 so far video. But anyway, so we are at the end of the season. Season X looks good so far, and I really cannot wait for Season X. So, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it, and I'm just going to go ahead and say the recap. So, I feel like this video is kind of redundant because I already did a Season 9 so far, and I talked about the main things. But a lot has happened over the season, and I can actually say with full confidence that about some things I hate about Season 9, some things I like about Season 9. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start on something I hate, which is the Fortnites. I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother hates the Fortnites. It was stupid, epic, please, never again. It was so tedious and pointless just to add 100 extra challenges for the players to do. And a lot of them being super stupid, like, you remember Fortnite 80 something, 83 or whatever, where you had to like get 5 players just to get it? Like, what? You had to get like a full squad and one more. No, you just needed a full squad, I think. You didn't need 3 players. No, were there 4 buttons? I don't remember, but it was still stupid nonetheless. Anyway, so you didn't play, like, the 4 bytes were just really tedious and really, it was just over and over and over. And every game they came out, so basically, like, they got overwhelming for me because I didn't normally do 4 bytes until I had to, do them all to get Singularity. It took pretty much the whole day just to get those 4 bytes done, and not because they're really difficult, they're not, they're just tedious and boring. That was definitely not a fun experience. Yeah, that was definitely not a fun experience. It was just not worth it. Not worth it in the slightest. Anyway, so they're never bringing 4 bytes back, thank God. But if they ever do, then I'll be upset because I do never want to go through 4 bytes again. Just please, never again. I understand they were trying to like bring something new to the game, but it definitely was not the right feature. So, again, I already talked about map changes, but I think there are a few extra in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The map changes were, no, I liked Retail and Tilted, Neo, and Omega need to go. But one thing about Season 9 that was good was the fact that there were a ton of blocks, and a ton of good blocks at that as well. The blocks were insanely good, and, like, I need to think of examples. The Pyramid one, even though he had a cancerous name, TTV Dabbing, that one was pretty good. The castle that was in a couple of days ago, and Pruda's blocks right now is actually pretty good as well. But that's going to change tomorrow because tomorrow's a new season. Anyway, so I guess I could talk about the trailer for Season X because I'm actually going to talk about that tomorrow because this is the Season 9 recap, not the Season 10 so far. Actually, I'm not even going to make a Season 10 so far. I'll just make a Season 10 recap only. Anyway, so I can also talk about the weapons they added along with Season 9. Season 9 weapons were disappointing, to say the least. You had a mixture of awful, just terrible weapons like the drum shotgun. And you also had a mixture of amazing weapons like the proximity grenade launcher, in my opinion, and also the burst SMG, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like the burst SMG, but all I have to say is get good scrub. That thing is actually better than suppressed, in my opinion. Well, I wouldn't say that. It's pretty up there. Anyway, again, you also had the other variants of the TAC shotgun that came out. Those were good. Like, the new TAC shotgun is very good. And then you have the equipment that they added, the storm flip. Everyone, like, it's very situational. Like, it seems overpowered at first because it's ginormous and it ticks 5. But here's the deal. It's disabled in an arena, so you don't have to worry about that in arena. And what are the chances in pubs where you're gonna get, like, a full lobby, or like, when you're gonna get to the circle the size of a peanut, and there's going to be storm flips everywhere? No, that doesn't happen in pubs. It only happens like arena and World Cup, but the World Cup is over. So, and it's also not even in arena, so there's really no point. But everyone just wastes storm flips over like on the like as soon as they get them, they just pop them. And like it's very situational. And the airstrike in general in my opinion, is just terrible. I definitely am not a fan of the airstrike. It's just not good. The only time I can actually see it being okay is when, like, I don't know, you have a full stack of them and, like, you have, like, a full inventory of airstrikes. Because at that point, that's when it starts to get overwhelming. You can literally sit in a box and keep placing roofs over your head, and you'll be safe from the airstrikes. It's just like the bottle rockets, except from the air. Anyway, I can also talk about the events. The 14 Days of Summer event. That was pretty good. I like the 14 Days of Summer. It was definitely unique to have 14 different weapons be unvaulted and vaulted the next day. But the skins were kind of meh. The only one I really bought was the Beach Bomber, and because I actually thought that one was pretty good. But other than that, a lot of them were just rip-offs. Like the Summer Drift skin, that should have been a selectable style. Like, it was so stupid how they sold it for an even higher price this time. Drift was only 950, and the Summer Drift is 1,500. Oh no, it's 1,700, I think. No, what skin was that? Oh, whatever. Um, some of the features season 9, like the slipstreams, no, I do not want to see the slipstreams again. The slipstreams make it way too easy to move around the map, and I really think that the slipstreams just need to go. They were so not needed. I understand they fit the theme of the season 9, but I mean, I just don't like the slipstreams because it's just too easy to move around the map, and somebody can easily land on your build and third party you, and that's super annoying, obviously. And definitely the slipstream around Neo tilted. That was so unnecessary. It makes Neo tilted even more cluttered up than it normally is. Because if you look at the map right now, for the split seconds I pull it up just to see where the storm is, you can see Neo tilted and how, full it is. Like, there's like barely any space. There's just always a building around every four. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm not a huge fan of that at all. But I will say that it obviously fits the theme of season 9 in the future. But that doesn't matter. I still don't think Neo Tilted is a good location. Its Tilted Towers was superior. Definitely the big thing about season 9 is that the pump shotgun was vaulted, but Epic listened. Whoa, shocker, they listened, and they brought it back. So it was a big uproar for a while until they brought it back. They're definitely smart with the season's vaults and unvaults, in my opinion, except for the semi-auto sniper. I don't know why they brought that back, but a lot of the stuff they removed were very good, in my opinion. I mean, the suppressed scar I'm kind of sad about, but it's whatever. The poison dart trap definitely needed to go. That thing was a little broken, alright? A little broken. The thermal scope, so useless. So useless. I've never said, God, if only I had a thermal scope right now. I've like, if with some weapons, I say, God, if only I had this, and that makes some good weapons, right? God, if I only had a pump, God, if only I had a sniper, if I only had, like, an SMG or something. I've never said, God, if only I had a thermal scoped AR. No. Never. Not once. The buried treasure, I guess that makes sense. It was kind of broken in a way because it was definitely broken. You can get a full legendary inventory from a legendary item that really was not hard to find at all. You can find it and you travel, I don't know, it's a difference. You can travel halfway across the map or you can travel 4 steps to the right. It's completely like up to chance. And it's just not fair. It's just not fair for anyone else. And it also didn't fit the theme of season 9 at all. That was definitely a season 8 exclusive, and it's never coming back. Sorry, it's just not. But anyway, the vaults, I could talk about that because some of them were really good. The compact, thank the Lord they actually got rid of that. Compact, in my opinion, is just P90 from COD 4 on steroids. You already know the P90 from COD 4 is pretty good. But with this, it's on acid and like cocaine and Adderall. It's ridiculous and it's not fair at all. And It's been in the game. It was in the game since season 5. Really? Since season 5. It took you 4 seasons to vault that thing. But whatever. It's gone now. That's all that matters. I can't really think of anything else. That one stuck out to me because I absolutely despise the combat, or not combat, compact. Speaking of things that need to be vaulted, the combat. Please, for the love of God, get rid of this thing. Who thought the combat was a good idea? Who thought, oh yeah, that seems fair. That's totally not broken in any stretch of the imagination. You have 10 bullets, and you fire them faster than an attack shotgun. And you reload 2 at a time. Really? No, really. You reload them 2 at a time. I don't even know what to say about the combat. And it also has the range of, I don't know, an AR. That thing has ridiculous range. It has an absurd amount of range, and it's kind of unfair. Kind of unfair, I mean, did I say kinda? I meant totally unfair. It's a shotgun, not a sniper. But anyway, I'm just hoping, that's all I care about that needs to get vaulted. But some weapons are so pointless that they need to get vaulted as well. The drum shotgun, get rid of that. That thing is pointless. And it just clutters up, it just, like, fills the chest with garbage weapons. I hate getting a brecci out of the chest. I just hate it. Because it's not a good gun. It's just not a good gun in any stretch of the imagination. I do not like the jump shotgun at all. It's just... why? It seems overpowered at first, but no, it hits like 10s and 20s and that's it. 10s, 20s, you pray to God that you hit over a 30. Such a bad shotgun. Other than that, I'm okay with anything, because I think the weapons right now are at a good standstill. Because, like, I think it's actually okay where the weapons are at right now. They need to vault the few shotguns that are in the game and bring back some of the old ones. Alright, so you can vault the combat and drum shotgun. Then bring back the heavy shotgun or the double barrel. I don't care. I even want the double barrel. I want something like that. The heavy shotgun would be nice. Ugh. Or just another shotgun that I can't remember. I knew there was another one. No, I don't think there was. Anyway. I think the pump and the tac were the 2 main shotguns, and that should not change. Those are the 2 good shotguns. You can have both of them and still do good. Like, you can change up your inventory, have the pump or the tac, and you do good with them. So that's where the shotguns should be at in my eyes, but it may think differently. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much everything with the season. It was a pretty mediocre season. Definitely better than season 8. Definitely better in season 8 in my opinion. And what am I forgetting? Oh yeah, the robot event. The robot caddis dogus, whatever the hell you want to call it. It was good for me because I actually wanted the mech to win, but for the guys that wanted the monster to win, that probably sucked ballsack because that was the shortest, most anticlimactic battle for this huge thing that took weeks to prepare, the whole season, and it was over just like that. But you know, it's whatever. Because again, I wanted the mech to win in the long run, so got what I wanted. And we also got this huge monster skeleton that's really cool to look at and go to. I really have nothing else to talk about. We got the event out of the way. The orb we're gonna talk about that when season 10 drops tomorrow. Other than that, I think that's all I need to talk about. There's nothing else really on my mind, or nothing else about this game that really bugs me that much, so, yeah. Alright, so, I'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys tomorrow in season 10. I gotta go finish overtime challenges. Alright, peace.